Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I was looking through my YouTube page that I'm trying to breathe some life back into and noticed I had a lot of questions about what I keep in my belt pouches, and I thought I had done a video on that, but apparently not for my page. So if you're not aware, every month I do a different knife, and it's the knife of the month is what I call it. It's not nothing fancy, but each knife of the month is different. I use them for 30 days and then do a mileage discussion is what I've been calling it. So instead of a review, I just kind of talk about how the knife done overall performance wise, in my opinion, on how I thought it did versus actually how it completed set tasks that I have throughout the month. So there's a bunch of stuff that I have that I do. The easiest way to look at that would be go to my Instagram and just go through the past few years and look at everything that I repeat with a different knife, and that's the best way to get overall performance anyway, comparing it to something else. What does better, what does worse. Really the only way you can do that is just run through the steel with it. But anyway, on my knives, I have a bunch of them that have a pouch that lives on it all the time, and I had made this a year ago or so, I guess, just a buckskin pouch, and it went on one of the knives of the month. And I make these pouches so they'll fit most any sheath, but they're specifically made for a JRE sheath. The way that they go on and off of the sheaths, this just slides in, this piece, and then you go through one of the grommets or eyes, whichever you want to call it, and then knot it here, and it keeps it from pulling through. And then she just rides like this, nothing fancy. This specific pouch, I decided, instead of just having a pouch for each knife, though I still have a bunch that are like that because I don't like to swap stuff around, I decided to swap this guy around just to see how well this fairly easily available, readily available buckskin. So it's a commercial tanned buckskin you can get from Tandy and different places like that, but just see how well it held up. And I've been surprised with it. It's got a pretty crusty looking patina on it after a little while, but it's still holding up well. And the contents of all my pouches stay extremely similar. Some things I try to have in each one of them specifically because I found something that works well for myself, and I want them to be in each of my pouches. So I'm going to go through this one and just kind of show you what's in this one and the bits and pieces of them that are in other pouches. So I have the instructions for a lightsaber in this, but I'm not going to show that to you. No, I'm totally kidding. I tried to make a joke. But anyway, it's super common stuff that I have in here. There's a Swiss Army knife that I heard they discontinued. They don't make anymore. That makes me sad. But my contents are pretty straightforward. Some of them you can replenish in the field, and I try to do that as often as possible. This one thing I did do to this pouch versus my other ones is I put a little drawstring on it, and it's just a piece of paracord with a hardwood toggle on it there. Nothing super fancy, but it got where when it was closed, this up here would like droop down like that. You could put stuff in it or it would fall out. So I just made a little toggle so I could pull it tight like that at the top. But contents, here we go. I'm just going to pull everything out and I'll explain it after everything is out. And there's redundant stuff in here, of course. It doesn't hurt my feelings to have multiple items in here. And this stuff is in here more of to be available if I want to use it versus, oh, I hope I have this if something bad happens. Although I do hope I have this if something bad happens, but a lot of the stuff that I have figured out I can do, or just playing around, I've been able to do because I have this stuff in my pocket. If I had to go find it or said, well, I'll try to do that another time, I may not have, got it done. But all of my knives, the majority of them, knife sheath, ferro rod. So I've got a 3/8 ferro rod in here with, this is Axis deer antler, and a Camois leather glue soaked wrap there, and some glow beads from U.S. Citizen E. And then that's everything that was in this pouch right here. And I have, this is a water kit from Wazoo Survival Gear. So it's got some water tabs and a water bag in there. And I've figured out that if I put it in a Ranger band this way, and then put the other 2 really small Ranger bands on here, it protects that bag from rubbing on other things, and it just keeps it nice and tight for me in there, and it gives me a few Ranger bands if I really needed it. A piece of water buffalo antler, or horn, sorry, not antler, but horn that I've cut and made just a little spool out of, and I have some waxed braid and a sail needle and a couple of Ranger bands. A little, about a 6 or 7 foot piece of Kevlar rope. It's probably 300-pound test, probably. A flashlight. I got the battery flipped around backwards in it. That way it lasts a little longer and don't get turned on in my pocket. And you gotta check this stuff every so often. I've done a video with it a while back where the battery was dead, even though it was flipped in there backwards. And this is just a really cheap LED flashlight with the hands-free Kevin Estella mod. I got just a small 5/16 ferro rod, a small button compass, a solid piece of magnesium here, another little, this was in like a handle, it's just a ferro rod with some magnesium on it that's pretty small. I just dropped that in the bottom also. This is there's more of these in here too, but this is hooks and weights and a needle and small safety pins in a little tube from Wazoo Survival Gear. And also in this, I keep some tubes. So I have another tube with braided fishing line in it that I've stuck a bunch of needles up in, and then another just thing of braided fishing line. And I have another piece of Ranger band, a chunk of fat wood, and a hand forged awl. And I put all that stuff together just so it stays tight in there and it doesn't rub and different stuff. That thing's kind of a pain to get in there sometimes. But I can put it all back together after. After we're done. But like I said, this stuff, I'm not done going through things, but I put all this stuff in there just in case I get an opportunity to use it. Not so much I'm scared something's gonna happen. Of course, you never know. Stuff happens sometimes, but I would still like to have the stuff to possibly make a situation better if I got tossed into something crazy. But also if I'm chilling around some pond and me and my buddy is midnight, and for whatever reason he's like, dude, let's go try to catch some bullfrogs. I have the stuff to like try to catch bullfrogs. Like, we can do that, or try to catch a catfish or whatever. But oh yeah, inside there's a piece of fat wood also. I don't know if I said that. Another piece of fat wood that I picked up at some point and just stuck down in there. A bick, and it has waxed hemp and braided fishing line on it, and Gorilla Tape, and just one more Ranger band. This is what they discontinued. I got another just wad here of Gorilla Tape. I got 1,000 grit diamond stone with a frog gig taped to the back of it. I've got a few band-aids encased in clear packing tape, and a Wazoo fire card. It just lives in there too. All that just lays flat against the back. Why do I have a knife in with my knife? Well, because it has a toothpick and tweezers, the can opener, and a saw. And a Swiss Army knife saw, with a little practice, you can get some stuff done with that. So this saw and the extra blade is worth it. It's worth keeping in there for me. I'm not worried about losing a whole bunch of stuff, though. If I lose the knife, I'm going to lose all this stuff too. But I have other stuff in my pockets, Got stuff in my hat and stuff in my backpack and this and that and other. But this is just kind of something that I can either play with or have if I need it. And all of my pouches are very similar. Most all of them have the Swiss Army knife. They have this set up in some shape or form. Flashlight, the magnesium stuff. Some of them I don't have this heavy of like a sewing kit, because I have needles and braid in here that I can use for sewing. So some don't have this. Some have these that's got a hand fishing hand line on it. And then there's bits and bobs. Some have Kevlar, some have bank line, some have Technora, just different stuff. But for the most part, these items and some of these, I don't have many of those gigs, but the sharpening stone and other knickknacks are in there. But this is extremely similar throughout my kits, and it's something that I've got used to using, or being able to do things that I want to with this stuff, so that's why I keep it. Yeah, like I said, not nothing super fancy, just kind of bits and pieces. Though from my understanding, they don't make this guy anymore. I think this was the Walker, Swiss Army knife Walker. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember what it is. It's either the Walker or the Hiker. But it was perfect for these. Blade, saw, can opener, tweezers, toothpick. It's perfect. And I don't think you can get them anymore. They were about 18 bucks. So I would pick up one like every month or something like that to put through my stuff, just to try to get the kits the way I wanted them. But anyway, that is what I have in my kit. And I try to keep this put together, face the diamond stone towards the back against that card. so it don't rub on nothing that it's not supposed to. In the very bottom, we're going to put this stuff in the very, very bottom, just to let it head down in there. Couple more pieces of fat wood. The fat wood stuff, I just, every time we're doing something,